The battle over Thalion revealed a truth that remained hidden beneath every clash of swords and every display of overwhelming power. Victory was never being decided by strength alone. While attention remained fixed on destruction, command quietly shaped the battlefield from behind the front lines. Zarario recognized this before anyone else. From the corner of his eye, he observed Jahil's struggle against Sylvia, Kigali, and Tyr. The outcome should have been straightforward. Jahil possessed overwhelming force. His existence value exceeded theirs. His attacks carried enough destructive power to erase entire formations. By every conventional measurement, the battle should have ended quickly. Instead, Jahil was being pushed backward. The contradiction demanded explanation. Zarario's attention shifted toward Benimaru. At first glance, Benimaru appeared detached from the fight. He seemed almost uninvolved, yet every exchange produced the same result. Jahil's attacks lost efficiency. His targets survived situations that should have overwhelmed them. Small advantages repeatedly accumulated on one side of the battlefield. The reason soon became clear. Jahil fought opponents. Benimaru commanded a system. Every time Jahil released a flame attack, its destructive force encountered subtle interference. Benimaru avoided direct confrontation. He redirected. He adjusted trajectories. He weakened impact points. The attacks still landed, but their effectiveness diminished before reaching their targets. Zarario immediately understood the significance. It's brilliant, though. The observation carried genuine respect. Kigali's timing aligned perfectly with Sylvia's attacks. Tyr occupied positions that created opportunities for the others. Individual fighters with lower combat capability suddenly operated as components inside a larger structure. The battle ceased being a contest between individuals. It became a contest between organization and raw power. Jahil failed to recognize this transformation. Zarario did. That difference separated experienced commanders from simple warriors. While Jahil struggled against coordinated resistance, Zarario faced Leon directly. Their duel unfolded at extraordinary speed. Sword strikes collided continuously. Openings appeared and disappeared within fractions of a second. Even during combat, Leon noticed Zarario observing another battlefield. Taking me on, yet looking in the other direction? How offensive. The criticism carried merit, yet Zarario remained unconcerned. We're equal in skill, so whoever loses their train of thought first loses. The statement reflected his entire combat philosophy. Unlike Jahil, Zarario placed little faith in existence values. Centuries of warfare had taught him a different lesson. Specialists changed outcomes. Skill altered calculations. Intelligence created advantages impossible to measure numerically. Leon represented precisely that kind of threat. Soe amplified the danger further. Neither opponent possessed overwhelming superiority. Together, they created constant pressure. Every movement required attention. Every decision demanded precision. Leon eventually reached the same conclusion. Zarario refused mistakes. He refused emotional reactions. He refused reckless aggression. The longer the duel continued, the more frustration accumulated on Leon's side. Soe immediately recognized the shift. Calm down. Don't be deceived by the enemy's words. The warning reflected battlefield discipline. Mental control remained as important as physical ability. Neither side gained decisive ground. Feints met counterfeints. Replications created distractions. Coordinated attacks prevented momentum from developing. Then Benimaru introduced another variable. He approached Elmezia and requested temporary command of the Magus Knights. The timing appeared absurd. Combat still raged across Thalion. Enemy forces remained active. Milim approached from afar, yet Benimaru focused on command authority. Even Zarario found the decision surprising. Isn't that insane? Leon answered with weary acceptance. Well, it's Rimuru we're talking about? The response revealed an important pattern. Those who served Rimuru had grown accustomed to impossible decisions. Then the battlefield changed again. A massive image appeared in the sky. Combatants from multiple factions paused long enough to examine it. What's that? Some kind of mirage. The explanation came from Soe. Using improvements derived from Rimuru's surveillance techniques, Benimaru projected distant events directly onto the battlefield. The image revealed a larger crisis. Rimuru confronted Milim. Guy engaged Velzard. Velgrin protected the surrounding world from collateral destruction. Suddenly, Thalion ceased being the center of attention. A far greater conflict emerged beyond it. Leon offered a dry observation. Rimuru is certainly a talented conman. Zoe disagreed. Call him naturally charismatic. Zarario ignored both comments. His instincts focused elsewhere. For countless ages, warfare had shaped every aspect of his existence. Those instincts now delivered a warning. Something about Feldway's strategy felt wrong. Milim's deployment lacked military logic. Thalion already suffered chaos. Additional destruction produced limited strategic benefit. Resources of Milim's magnitude served greater purposes than attacking a city already under pressure. The inconsistency demanded explanation. Slowly, the answer emerged. The sacred tree, Skyspire Tower, the world's remaining divine stabilizers. Feldway's objective suddenly appeared far larger than conquest. If those structures vanished while Rimuru, Guy, and other major powers remained occupied elsewhere, catastrophic consequences could follow. For the first time, Zarario viewed the conflict through Feldway's perspective. The possibility unsettled him. Complete annihilation offered nothing he desired. War held purpose. Destruction held objectives. Erasing everything represented something entirely different. Whatever loyalty remained between Zarario and Feldway encountered its limit there. Meanwhile, Benimaru continued operating with remarkable composure. He directed troops. He countered Jahil. He prepared for Milim. He coordinated multiple fronts simultaneously. Compared to that level of command, Jahil appeared increasingly narrow in vision. Zarario reached a conclusion. His freedom had already been compromised through Michael's influence. Partial control had returned, but independence remained incomplete. The situation demanded action. I think you know this, but my freedom's been taken from me. Leon immediately understood the implication. You want me to help free you? I'm glad you're quick to understand. An alliance emerged in the middle of an unfinished battle. The decision reflected more than self-interest. It reflected strategic necessity. At the same time, Benimaru confronted a different challenge. The Magus Knights resisted his authority. Their resistance originated from pride, tradition, and national identity. Foreign commanders rarely received obedience during moments of crisis, yet Milim's approach transformed every concern into irrelevance. Reports described mountains erased through violence alone. Her trajectory pointed directly toward the sacred tree. Rimuru's instruction remained simple. Predict her course. Change it. The simplicity concealed enormous difficulty. Benimaru addressed the assembled knights directly. Listen to me. If things continue as they are, your homeland will be cleanly wiped off the surface of this planet. Emotion remained absent. The statement functioned as a tactical assessment. Nothing more, nothing less. Then he projected the battlefield image. The evidence removed argument. Milim's power reshaped geography. Mountains collapsed, rivers vanished. Shockwaves altered landscapes. Velgrin struggled merely to contain collateral damage. Rimuru survived through endurance rather than control. The implications became unavoidable. Milim could reach Thalion. Milim could destroy Thalion. Milim could erase the sacred tree. Silence spread through the ranks. Benimaru examined the situation carefully. Rimuru lacked the ability to redirect Milim immediately. He could only endure long enough for others to prepare. That realization defined Benimaru's mission. If I can divert her attention just for a moment, I might be able to change her course. The objective sounded simple. The risk remained extraordinary. Failure threatened planetary consequences. Yet confidence remained intact. Trust in Rimuru eliminated hesitation. Eventually, Elmesia ended all discussion. I entrust Sir Benimaru with the command of the Magus. Does anyone object to this? Nobody answered. Authority transferred instantly. Preparation began immediately. Across the battlefield, soldiers, commanders, allies, and former enemies moved toward the same conclusion. The conflict surrounding Thalion extended far beyond territorial control. The sacred tree represented the final line between stability and catastrophe. Rimuru understood this as he approached from afar. Even the immense sacred tree appeared fragile beneath Milim's rampage. Velgrin delivered the harsh reality. Milim isn't even trying. There's no such thing in this world as a barrier that can absorb a Dragonova head-on. The statement eliminated every comforting illusion. Containment offered limited value. Defense offered limited value. Survival depended upon redirection. Seal's solution reflected ruthless practicality. Others would distract Milim. Rimuru would remove Feldway's control. The flaw remained obvious. Anyone attracting Milim's attention risked immediate destruction. Yet another development altered the equation. Leon stood near Thalion. More surprisingly, Zarario stood there as well. One represented an ally, the other represented an enemy commander. CL dismissed the distinction. Not a problem. I'm sure he'd be glad to cooperate with us. That confidence captured the central lesson of the entire conflict. Battles were never decided solely by power. They were decided by understanding. While armies focused on enemies, true commanders identified motives. While warriors measured strength, strategists measured intent.